If you are good at CS2, good at Valorant, good at any FPS, our graders will humble you. Not because it's harder, but because everything that made you good stops working. Your aim won't save you, your picking habits betray you, your confidence gets punished, and most FPS players don't even realize why. Let's break it down. FPS games train you to think in first person logic. You clear angles, you rely on crosshair placement, you expect symmetrical information. You see what your character sees. Arc raiders destroy that rule immediately. It's third person, which means your enemy might see you before you even expose yourself. In FPS, picking is a risk. In third person, picking is free information. That changes everything. FPS players are trained to take duels. Arc Raiders rewards the player who never takes the duel. And that feels wrong. In CS or Valorant, fights are controlled. 5 versus 5, defined rounds, clear win condition. Even Battlefield gives you readable chaos. Arc Raiders doesn't. You are dealing with AI threats, real players, extraction timers, sound from every direction, and vertical third person angles. You are not just fighting players, you are managing uncertainty. FPS players are used to clean engagements. Extraction games punish tunnel vision. You win fights in CS by being sharper. You win fights in Arc Raiders by being calmer. That's a different skill. Here's the hard truth. Arc Raiders does not reward ego aimers. It rewards decision makers. In FPS, if you out-aim someone, you win. In Arc Raiders, you can out-aim someone and still lose 30 seconds later because survival is the goal, not domination. The best Arc Raiders players avoid unnecessary fights, reset bad position, disengage early, play for extraction, not kills. That feels passive to FPS players, but it's intelligent, and intelligence feels slower than mechanical skill. There is another reason FPS players struggle. Tempo. FPS games train you to play fast, pick fast, react fast, rotate fast, and trade fast. Speed is rewarded. Hesitation gets punished. But Upgraders flips that. Speed creates noise creates attention, and attention creates death. The faster you move, the more information you give away. Footsteps matter more. Gunshots attract third parties. AI reacts to disturbance. In FPS, momentum wins rounds. In Arc Raiders, momentum can get you surrounded. That forces FPS players into something uncomfortable, slowing down, and slowing down feels like weakness. But in extraction shooters, patience is a weapon. Waiting for another team to engage first, letting AI weaken enemies, holding a position instead of pushing. That restraint is a skill FPS doesn't train deeply. FPS sharpens reaction time, Arc Raider sharpens restraint, and restraint is harder to measure, which makes it harder to respect. This is where most FPS players struggle mentally. They build their gaming identity around I am cracked, I win my fight, I carry. Arc Raiders removes that validation. Sometimes the smartest move is living. Sometimes the best decision is not shooting. Sometimes survival looks boring. But boring decisions win extraction games. And that clashes with FPS culture. In FPS, skill is explosive. In Arc Raiders, skill is invisible. And that invisibility makes players uncomfortable. Arc Raiders isn't replacing FPS skill, it's expanding it. It forces players to think macro, not micro, value positioning over flicks, value survival over highlight clips. It's not harder, it's differently demanding, and adaptation feels like weakness before it feels like mastery. If you are struggling in Arc Raiders, it's not because you got worse, it's because your brain is optimized for a different system. The real question is, are you willing to unlearn what made you good? Because that's the real skill test.